So this is the demonstration of scheming agent. It's an AI agent made for the real estate industry, and it is able to do the following things: that it makes some option or some conceptual options for structural frames of the buildings and is able to visualize them as simple 3D models. It then evaluates the total steel and concrete that would be needed in each of the options, along with the total manufacturing emissions associated with this quantities of steel and concrete. It then gives the options for materials and vendors who can supply these steel, concrete, or any other building like paints or windows which you might want to use in the building. Then it's also able to read reports from previous projects and extract ideas for how to incorporate sustainable building practices in this project as was done in the previous projects. And then it's finally able to consolidate all of this and write a report. So now let's just see this in action. Let's start with a simple hello. So let's just dive right in. Can you create for and evaluate 4 different building schemes for an office to bring out some diversity in the schemes? So now it starts creating the schemes, and here we see a little UI where you see the tool running in real time and you see the status of the tool, that if it's running in progress. It's in progress. And here now it generated these 4 schemes. If I click on any of the schemes, I see so I can see here, for example, it grid spacing. That's the spacing of the columns in X and Y directions. And the extents is the total width of the building in X and Y directions, and number of floors is 5. And you see the total steel tonnage per meter square and concrete tonnage per meter square for this building. Similarly, we can see it for other options it's generated. You can see that it's generated some different options. Now that it's done, you've seen the results that it tells me the scheme options, and then it is telling me which structural steel product it used. It's from Taiwan and it has this emission value. The concrete product from this here. Then it calculates the total emissions for steel and concrete and hence the total, and so on it does for every scheme. Right, so now I might want to ask it that, okay, can you find some structural steel that it has already found. So let's find some low emission products for paints which I can use in this building project. List out all the options you find. So then it starts using the next tool, which is to find some low emission products for paints, and now it found something. It's just giving me one option. This is good. Can you give me some more options for paints? Right, and then it's telling me 2 more options which can be there for the paint here. Now okay, good stuff. Can you next refer to the internal documents and find examples of sustainable building practices which can benefit this project. now it looked for, right? It basically read the PDFs that it was updated. And here, okay, very good. Can you consolidate all of the above in a report? Make sure you list out the schemes, the create tonnages, products, and the vendors, and the companies. That's so now it will try to write a report in sort of a markdown. And now let's just take the markdown and see what we see. The markdown in a markdown to, or maybe just, sorry, view markdown online, markdown live preview. So let's just see what comes out in this mark. So here is the report it wrote. So it took out all the building schemes, total number of floors, and there is more to it. And it's mentioned the steel and the concrete product, material section paints, here, and sustainable building practices here. And yeah, that is a short demonstration of the project. Thank you so much, the School of AI, for hosting this course and for all the lessons. Thank you.